Let's talk a bit more about how to optimize our keywords. Select your domain and target the most popular keywords. For example, if you have a business of home decor products, ideally, you should choose a domain name users can easily relate to and what reflects your business. Let me take the example of Home Center. Home Center is a home furnishing retailer. The brand reflects it as well as the domain. If you see the domain, it says homecenter.in. The domain also reflects the product that it sells. Now let us look at a particular category within Home Center, furniture. Now check out the URL. Now the URL reflects what the product is there on that particular page. Write effective content based on keyword research. Now there are tools like Google Keyword Planner, which helps to identify keywords based on actual search stats. Let's assume that I'm writing an article on home decor, probably for users, and I'm going to write about living room decor. So I'm a bit confused as to what are the words I need to use. Should I use something like wall art or should I use paintings? So what I'm going to do now is let's use Google's Keyword Planner and decide on what to use. So here are the words that I am looking for. I'm looking for wall art, paintings, art, probably maybe wall hangings, and let us see what the results are. Now, as you can see, I have got all these keywords here. Okay. I also have the average monthly search that happens. And it also tells me how the competition fares. Okay, so these were our keywords, and we see the, let me just show you. We see the monthly searches and we also see competition. So ideally, I should be looking at high volume and low competition. So these are the keywords that I will target first. I hope you got an idea of how to use keywords and how to optimize your page. So I can also use Google search result the way we saw it last time, where at the bottom of the page, I get to see the related search queries that people use. I can also use something called Google Trends. In addition to this, we can also use the search console that webmasters have in Google Webmasters. Now, keywords can be of three types. They can be generic, or they can be broad match, or they can be long-tailed. Now, generic keywords are just like what their name says. They are generic in nature. Now, the advantage is they are high on volume, but at times they are also high on competition. They are at times high on cost. And if you are a new entrant, the probability to rank on page 1 is fairly low. Now, there's something called broad match keywords. The broad match keywords are much more detailed and specific than generic keywords. So we know that a user who makes a search kind of knows where or what she is looking for. These keywords are relatively easier to rank. Long tail keywords are the most specific set of keywords that leave absolutely little scope for guesswork. One thing the marketer can be sure of while using long tail keywords is that the user is already aware of what he or she is searching and is looking for some specific results. This also means that the probability of making a sale is much higher. Now, long tail keywords, the search volumes are low, but conversion probabilities are much higher. Also, competition is much lower. Let me show you some example using the same decor example that we used. I'm taking you to Google Trends. So basically, Google Trends will help you to search for terms, words, and allow you to compare across periods of time. Let me search for decor, as in home decor. Okay, we can check for different geographies. Let me check for India. And you can also change the time period that you want to check. So let us look at the results. So this is basically the result for decor. Now let us look at something which is a little bit more specific. Let us look at curtains. Maybe even something still more specific like window curtains. And let's see how the results look like. So what you see in blue is decor, which is basically a generic keyword. What you see in red is curtain, which is a broad match keyword, and window curtain, which is very specific and hence a long tail keyword. Now the volumes, as you can see, is much lower for window curtains. You can also use Google Trends to look at where your traffic is coming from. So you can look at for each word. So the blue map is actually for your decor, the red one for your curtain, and the yellow one for your window curtain. You can also use Google Trends to look at the rising keywords as well as the top related keywords. So this is how you can use Google Trends for your keyword research. So when you do keyword research, you need to start with questions like, what is my product? What are the main and the supporting topics? Should I target multiple keywords on a single page, or should I split them into separate pages? What kind of content do users expect when they are searching for each phrase? And where does each phrase fall into my visitor's journey? Is it about creating awareness or interest or desire or to initiate an action? Now, this is your typical AIDA model that we see in marketing. Also, add title tags, links, URL, and meta description. Make sure your page has proper and relevant title tags, suitable meta description, and links. So let's talk about title optimization. A well-written title holds the power to capture the attention of the user, make him or her click and visit your website. Title optimization is a critical part of what we call as the on-page optimization. Now let's go back and look at the wall art result that we were trying to check. Let's search for wall art. So you see a couple of ads here, which are shopping ads. Then you see some image results. And then here is where your SEO optimized or search engine optimized results start coming from. So let us look at the title. Look at this title out here. All right. Also look at the snippet out here. All right. So this is what you see on a search result page. Let me actually take you to the page. I'm clicking on it and taking you to the result page. So this is the page which got indexed and displayed by Google. I'm going and checking the page source of this particular page. Okay, here we are. Now look at this, what you see on the page source. Now, this is exactly what you saw on the Google result page. All right, check this out, description. This is exactly what you saw here. Let me also show you the keywords. Look at the keyword that the SEO manager or the SEO analyst at Paperfry used. Wall art. All right. Let me also show you an image. Okay. So this is an image. Let's click and see what that image is. All right. And look at the alt tag of that image. Wall, metal wall art. Right. So this is how search engines capture information that is there on your page and use it to display the results. So how do we optimize the titles? Keep an eye on the length of your title. Keep it short and relevant while still providing enough information to give to the reader and tell him what the page is all about. Keep in mind that the maximum length for a title tag is about 70 characters. What happens when the title length is more than 70 characters? So let's explore what happens when title tag is more than 70 characters. Do you see this result? So your title gets truncated and the remaining part of your title gets replaced by 3 dots. So that's what happens when your title tag is more than 70 characters. Always have unique titles. Do not copy from competition. It doesn't give you any leverage. And your competition will be above you in terms of placement. Plan your keywords. Use the critical keywords that you're focusing on. It helps in SEO if your title has a strong indication of what your page is about. Branding. Try to include your brand name in the title. It's a good idea to have the name of your brand on the title, as any search about your brand will result in this page getting displayed. Look at this title again. There's the brand. There is the URL which shows what it is about. And there is a well-described title, as well as it is within the character limit. Now let us explore some of the SEO tools that marketers like me keep using. So there is KW Finder, there is Moz, Rank Tracker, Search Console, Spider SEO, Google Ads. So we just used Google Ads Keyword Planner to see how to do keyword research. And this is Google Trends. Now, many of these tools like Moz, Screaming Frog, or the Spider, WooRank, Ahrefs, SEMrush, Web CEO, Rank Tracker, etc. These are used for one, SEO as well as SEO audit of your own website. So that means it helps you to monitor backlinks, broken links, as well as 4.0 errors, etc. Identifying duplicate content, analyzing page titles and meta description, keyword research, and also to get insights on page optimization. These tools also help you to understand competition. What are the backlinks that's coming to their site? How are they performing on search? What are the keywords that's leading traffic to these competition sites? Now, these tools help to identify the issues as well as they come with recommendations on how to fix it. While many of these are paid tools, they also come with a free version or a free trial period. Just as we saw with Google Ads Keyword Planner, you can use KW Finder, Ubersuggest, Google Webmaster Search Console, Google Trends, basically to understand keywords, volume and competitiveness, keyword groups, even look for related keywords and even negative keywords. That brings us to the last section, which is the guidelines. Let us look at some of the suggested guidelines for good SEO implementation. Content and keyword. Pay close attention to your content strategy. Topics, areas of interest, related topics, future topics, etc. Plan your publishing activities. Have a content calendar. Be ready to manage eventualities. Do a thorough research on keywords. Understand what are the generic, broad match, and long-tailed keywords. Have a content plan around them. Make sure your article or your page is relevant to a specific topic. It can be a product, it can be a single subject, etc. And include keywords in your title tag, your URL, your image alt text, and within your entire content, the content body. Make sure you provide unique content about a given subject. Make sure there are no duplicates of your own page, and constantly keep reviewing your content performance. Spend time on creating suitable description which is useful to the user. Write an introduction to the topic. Many a times, these introductions become part of the snippets that Google picks up for SERP. Make use of header tags. Header tags give more information to search boards in terms of the content of the page and the keywords. You will have header tags from H1 to H6, which you can use for describing what your page is about. Add images and optimize your image for SEO. Remember to include alt tags. Your images can appear on Google image search results and can lead a user to your website. Create internal links. Show the search engine bot how deep your content repository is. Direct the bot to visit all the pages you have as part of your website. If it's a product, link back to the category page, or even link back to the subcategory page if it's applicable. Link back to your home page. Normally, you have a logo at the top of your page, maybe on the left side, maybe on the right side, which is used for linking back to your home page. Readability and navigation should be good. Fonts, visual design of the page, usability parameters, call to action buttons, fewer click to destination, grammar and syntax, fact and stats should be correct, use appropriate keywords, etc. Now, in addition to this, ensure technical and performance parameters are met, which would include page speed, low LCP or the largest contentful paint. Make sure your site is mobile friendly. Identify crawl errors. A crawl error means that Google has trouble viewing a page on your site. Fix broken links. Find out how Google views your page and secure your site with HTTP.